Thanks, Lynn. My name is Evan Plowman. I'm a lecturer with the School of Nursing and Midwifery and Indigenous Health. My presentation today is about the software available called GoAnimate.com. So we use this program to make short animated videos to orientate undergraduate students in their first year and support learning in 2 topics in the session. Those of you familiar with the VARK learning styles proposed by Fleming and Mills would be aware that it includes visual, auditory, read, write and kinesthetic. This approach to learning works on the first 2 of these learning styles, turning text into auditory and visual information. So users create their own animation in the editing mode shown in this slide by selecting scenes and characters or building their own and adding voices and music before publishing them. The finished videos are exported from the online software as an MP4 that can be uploaded to YouTube. The file sizes are actually quite small and can generally be emailed when using normal resolutions for short to medium run times. We embedded the YouTube clips into our i2 site and we also shared them on our Facebook group. There's a large number of pre-made scenes, characters, objects, voices and charts that you can choose from if you're wanting to keep it simple. However, if you're wanting to customise all of those factors, you can as well. You can enter text to voice, which takes, there's around 30 voices to choose from with different accents and genders, or you can record your own voiceover and then the character will automatically dub to your speech. You can add speech to characters in the scene, or you can have narration behind the scene. You can also import your own images, so we use screenshots of the Interact 2 page that we were talking about. The benefits of this particular software include that it allows fast transmission of small to moderate amounts of information. It adds a light-hearted, fun aspect to potentially dry material, so we used it to discuss our subject outlines and orientation to our i2 site. We also used it with lectures that would have had lots of writing. It's a very good tool to communicate abstract, intangible and inherently dry or difficult concepts to get students hooked into. So that's why we used it for our subject outlines, and we also talked about interpersonal communication with it as well. It's limited only by your imagination, so you can have charts that move and conversations with people, and you can do things that you can't do with live actors. So I electrocuted my little characters and, we did lots of things, and bullying and things like that would have been difficult to do with real live characters. There's also low resources required, so there's a subscription that I had to pay for, but there was no actors, no scripts, no film crew and things. So if you were to try to do this with live video, it would have been much more resource heavy. The topics I use this software for are indicated in the red in this table, which were the lectures that we chose to use it for. They were chosen because they were difficult to deliver in an interesting way on the conventional PowerPoints. So we made the animated videos with these. You can see that there's a general trend of students viewing online lectures less and less throughout the session, but the animated videos had better engagement from students. Despite an informal survey suggesting these videos were rated, one of the main limitations of this was that it wasn't suggested that it was particularly helpful. So the videos were only mentioned by 2 or 3 students in the student experience surveys. By comparison, other strategies that required much less effort from myself were noted by students in feedback in person and in the surveys as having more impact on their learning. There are several examples of topics where this approach would not be appropriate. In particular, the light-heartedness of the characters may detract from serious nature of some topics, although I was able to use this for bullying and nursing quite effectively. Other topics are simply not well suited to audio and visual delivery, where the remaining modes of learning, including reading and writing and kinesthetic approaches, are more suitable. I also found that the videos start to lose their impact after about 10 minutes or so. They're fun and interesting, but there is a risk of overusing this approach. I would not recommend using this approach to completely substitute several large lectures. It should be used sparingly and purposefully where it makes sense to use it in a subject. Overall, I would suggest this learning approach would be most useful for delivering brief overviews or of abstract ideas in a fun and engaging way. So on this slide I provided links to 3 examples of videos that I put together with this software. I've also provided a 20-minute video of myself going through the features and functionality of the software in much more detail than I was able to go into today. There's a link to the website where the program is available. You can register for a free 14-day trial of the product, so you can go in and try it for yourself without purchasing it. Finally, my email address is at the bottom and I'm happy to answer any questions or provide any help with the software if you're having difficulty getting the most out of this program. I'm done.